and we'll begin. Great. So, in our chairs. Come into our space. All right, so that book is floating right above your head, and you want to just try to maybe get closer to it with the top of your head. And that alone starts to stretch all those vertebrae in your spine. Yeah, good. And then we'll come into Tadasana. So hands can either be on the lap with palms down, or you can have your arms down alongside your body. Good. And you're going to gently press into your toes. So you're gently lifting the top of your head, shoulders back, chin tucked back slightly. So this is just such a nice way for us to sit right here. So I want you to observe maybe this week as you just sit and maybe sit down and have some lunch, or you sit down and are talking to a friend at lunch, or you're sitting and watching TV. I want you to just observe how your body is positioned. And observe if you're slumping forward, right? And that slumping forward over time, especially with osteoporosis, if it's uncontrolled, can start to round the spine forward. And so the beauty of this practice is we keep that spine tall, right? That pattern tall. Okay, so we're going to flip our left palm up on our lap. Your left palm. Yes, good. And then we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. So it's springtime. A lot of us are getting some allergy symptoms, So flipping your left palm up on your lap, keeping that nice, gentle, tall spine. Again, not over exaggerating anything in class. And then bring your peace fingers of your right hand and just touch the middle of your eyebrows, right in the middle. So your thumb is on the right side, your fingers are on the left side. If you have glasses like me, you can kind of work around that or take them off. And you can close your eyes. So you don't need your glasses right now because we're closing our eyes. Yeah. So relax that right arm. Yeah, it's a tendency over time is it's going to be straining. So just relax it. Let the upper arm just rest on your chest. Good. And if it's uncomfortable for you to have your right arm between your eyebrows, then you can just float your both palms up on your lap, touching your pointer and thumb, pointer finger and thumb. Yeah. So either one, hands up. And then if your hands are off your face, you're just going to imagine the breath going in one nostril and out the other. So let's take a breath in, both nostrils, and breathe out. And relax that right shoulder. Relax your shoulders. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. Now gently touch the right nostril. As you slow as you can, breathe in the left. All the way to the top. And then just touch the left side and breathe out the right. You can have Ujjayi breath in this practice too. Little slight restriction, breathe in the right, same side. Touch the right side, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Breathe out right. Breathe in right and continue at your own pace. Breathing out and in through one side, out and in through the other. Keeping the left hand relaxed, even though you're in this mudra, chin mudra. And keeping the right arm relaxed, keeping the breath relaxed as well. Take the effort, the strain, any strain out of this breath. Make it nice and smooth, relaxed, long, even. Notice if one side of your nose is plugged up a little bit more than the other. And just notice. Might mean that your left side or your right side brain is a little bit more, it's plugged. That means it's a little closed off. The other side is taking over. Right side is your creative side. Left side is your analytical. Looking to balance. So just practice, just take it easy. Let's just do 2 more rounds on each side. Slow as you can. Maybe each breath gets a little longer. And the next time, only at your own pace, no hurry. Whenever you breathe out fully the left side, then you can relax. At the bottom of the exhale, you can relax your right hand. Just float it back onto your lap next to the left. Release that mudra, that chin mudra, and just palms up, eyes closed. And just notice the effects of that breath. And know that you've just sent some nice nitric oxide into your bloodstream, dilating your blood vessels, allowing more oxygen to flow throughout your entire body. It's such a medicinal breath. It's called Nadi Shodhan, alternate nostril breath. And when you're ready, feeling ready and complete, you can gently flutter your eyes open. Again. Hopefully some of you are practicing this breath regularly. So it's, again, I can't stress enough how medicinal it is. It slows down our central nervous system. It filters our breath. It warms our breath before it hits our lungs. It adds nitric oxide to our body. It's so healthful for us. Yes, good. Okay, so we're going to just begin to move just a little bit. Let's take our hand. Let's just do a little shake. Good. Shake, shake. Shake your head. Shake your legs. Take your shoulders. Good, and relax. Let's take our hands and just do a little self-massage. So massaging out your neck. Here, you can open your mouth and massage your cheeks. Good. Maybe your shoulders, the top of your shoulders. Yeah. And then grab your earlobes and massage your ears. Maybe the lobes and then the sides of your ears. Pull your ears back for a little facelift. Yeah. The next couple of weeks, I'm going to add little facelift stuff for everybody. There's so many muscles in our face. I think I've heard 24, but maybe more. Yeah. And then pull your ears up. Yeah. And just massage all that cartilage of your ears. Don't forget your ears. Yeah. And relax. Good. And now for our little facelift thing today, we're going to like click our tongue as we open our mouth and make a big smile. So you're clicking the tongue on the top of the palate, and then so we sound like a clock. And if that's hard for you to do the tongue clicking, you just smile and make an O, and smile and make an O. Really exaggerate. And relax. Funny. That sounded funny, that tick-tock clock. How often, it's like the grandfather clocks, tick-tock. Anyway, that's a really good thing to do when you're driving in your car, when you're, again, sitting and just hanging out, reading a book, watching TV. Just exaggerate like a Cheshire smile and then an O sound, or you can do the tick-tock. And that really builds up our muscles because we work our muscles in the rest of our body. It's important to work the face. as well. Okay. All right. So let's come to our fingers. So we're just going to bring our arms to either side here. Let's start some music as we were talking about earlier. Okay. And we're going to stretch your fingers as wide as you can. Feel that stretch. And while they're stretching, try to wiggle them as if there's a soft breeze blowing through your fingers as you're stretching them as wide as you can. Yeah. And just, working each. Don't forget about the thumb. And just try to move them around and notice there's one or two that are a little bit more tender, sore a little bit. Yeah. Good. Stretch, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And relax your fingers and just flop them around as if they're wet noodles. Just flop, flop, flop them around. Yeah. Good. And shake them out. The blood flow into our digits. Yeah. And relax the hands down. Good. And now we're going to take our eyes. Now, if you have contact lenses, you don't want to squeeze your eyes tight, but you just want to close them and then open them wide. Yeah. And if you don't have contacts, we're just going to do a couple of squeeze the eye tight and then open them wide. And squeeze them tight. We're making so many funny faces today, and open them wide. And then start to blink, blink, blink your eyes fast as you can. Like a Charlie Chaplin picture show. Yeah. And then while you're blinking, start to make circles with your eyes in one direction. And then other direction, reverse. And relax. Good. All right, take a nice breath in. And exhale it out. Relax your arms down alongside. We're going to come to mountain pose, seated mountain pose. Again, so palms forward, shoulders relaxed back and down. Chin tucks back slightly. Belly tucks back. Nice tall spine to try to touch that book right above your head. Just know that this is such a nice, gentle, safe stretch for your spine. Good. And then relax. Good. Now on an inhale breath, now we're just going to float our arms out and up. Relax your shoulders. Yeah, you can bend your elbows here. And exhale. Relax the arms down. Again, there's a nice breeze outside again today. So arms are moving through the air, making a little breeze. Yeah. Good. And one more time, just float up as you breathe in, big breath. As you exhale, bend your elbows. And if you can, interlace your hands behind your head. Good. All right. And then you're going to stretch your elbows back. Again, such a beautiful, lovely stretch for your spine, upper spine here. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're just going to relax your head forward, bring your elbows forward, and just drop your chin towards your chest. Little baby cat cows here. And then inhale, press into your feet, float your head back up, fan your elbows back. And exhale, just come into that little curl, the upper body, back. And then inhale, come back out. And exhale, just come forward with the head. Gently release your hands. Bring your hands into a fist. And as you start to roll your hands, your fists in circles, just relax, slowly relax your arms down towards the floor. I'm getting a little clicking going on. I don't know if you are in my wrist. Good. And once they come down, relax and shake out the hands. Good. So we're going to scoot forward a little bit into our chairs. Yeah, let's slide back just a little bit. All right, we're going to come into a little bit wider stance here. Again, find that book above your head, nice tall spine. Big breath in, and as you exhale, start with your left shoulder and start to reach it towards the right knee as you keep your spine straight and then hinge forward at your hips. About halfway, quarter of the way halfway. So you're leading with the shoulder. Press down into your feet. Slowly bring your body back up. And square your shoulders to the front. Excuse me. Take a big breath in. And exhale, other side. So reach that left shoulder now, your right shoulder, towards the left knee as you come forward. Good. And then inhale back up. And let's do one more round while I get my tea. These allergies are really getting me this year. So reaching that shoulder towards the knee. And again, other side now, coming up and come to the other side. So that's just a nice stretch for the top of the shoulder as well. Good. And then slowly come back up. Good. And now we're going to bring our feet a little bit closer together. We're going to touch our knees together, but leave our feet out a little wider than our knees. Good. Yeah. And then we're going to relax the arms down, and we're going to bend the elbows and come into cactus pose. So lift the heart, yes, and then squeeze your hands into fists, and then open them wide. And squeeze your hands into fists, and open them wide. And squeeze, and open. And then relax the arms, just let them float down. All right, and then opening your knees. Now we're gonna heel toe our feet so that our legs are touching each other. Good. And again, here, you're scooted as far forward in your chair that's comfortable so that your sit bones are nice and grounded though. And then we're gonna drop our knees open and roll onto the outsides of our feet and bring the bottoms of your feet together. Good. And then we're just going to wobble our legs back and forth, opening up our hips. Wobble, and then taking your hands to the insides of your thighs and very gently opening up our legs just as wide as is comfortable on our body, on your body. Nice tall spine, wide legs. Good. Maybe you roll onto the outsides of your feet a little bit more. Yeah. That outside stretch of your feet can also be helpful if you have plantar fasciitis going on. That fascia tissue gets too thick. Yes, and breathe. And then release. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. And now just help your feet together. Good. All right, we're going to try to get a little bit of seated hamstrings, thigh stretch here. Yeah, to set ourselves up for our fall prevention in a little bit. So it's a little tricky. So feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to start with the right foot. You're going to start to slide the right foot back. Then you're going to lift the heel. Then you're going to come onto your right toe. And then see if you can tuck the top of your right foot underneath your chair. So you're extending this leg. And just take it to where it's comfortable for you. I don't know if your shoes are sticky. That makes it more challenging. But once here, see if that, wherever you land, you can be here, you can be on your toe. Yes, wherever it's comfortable for you. Good. And now release your arms and see if you can glide them back and grab the back of your chair. Good. And then once you have hold of something behind you, the back of the frame of your chair, see if you can lift your chest and maybe lift your chin slightly. We're stretching the spine up and back a little bit, reaching that right knee, letting it reach towards the floor, and breathe. Yeah, a little wonky, but getting a little bit of a stretch in that hip flexor. And exhale your breath and relax the body. Good. And then go ahead and just start to slide that right foot back out and flat back onto the floor. Good. We're going to do the other side. So start to slide your left toe back. Again, maybe you stay on your toe. Maybe you go a little bit further back underneath your chair. Maybe you bring, as if you're going to bring the top of your foot onto the floor under your chair. Yeah. So just experiment with that. Good. All right. And then once you found this side, and then reach your arms back again. And again, stretch your shoulders back. If it feels good, you can lift your chin up slightly and breathe. Opening up the front body, front of your spine, shoulder stretch, hamstring stretch, thigh stretch, more thigh than hamstring on this stretch. And breathe for 2, and breathe for 1. And release, relax, release your hands, and slowly slide that left foot back out from underneath your chair and relax. And you can just wiggle your legs side to side here. Yeah. Good. And come back to center. We're going to bring our arms into fingers towards each other, elbows about as high as your shoulders. And let's just do a little opening up of our chest. So you can cross your arms over or just come to fingertips. Yeah. And just open up, relax the shoulders. You can lower your elbows if that feels better. Or you can slowly bring them up. Yeah. And breathe. Good. And then go ahead and just relax back down. And let's roll out the shoulders. And roll them the opposite direction. To a nice tall spine. We're going to just roll our heads. So take a breath in. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Couple head rolls here. Inhale, head to one side and up. And exhale, head the other side and forward. Feel free to close your eyes here. And just notice any tension in parts of your neck. Smile on the face. And take the circles as slow as you can. Feeling every little movement of all those neck muscles. Next time that your head's forward, reverse and just go the opposite direction. Here. Make this feel good. And again, as a reminder, anytime you might have a tight knot, maybe you slept funny or something. So stop there, take a breath into that knot, and then slowly continue your circles. Yeah. Just gets that blood flow to the brain, to the head. Each time the head comes forward, pause, and then slowly lift the head up. Yeah. And if you had your eyes closed, you can blink your eyes open. Good. All right, coming to stand if you'd like. You can remain seated, sliding your heels back, leaning forward with a nice tall spine, pressing into your toes. You can use your hands to press into your thighs or the chair, and just come to a stand as comfortably as you can. Yeah, especially after sitting for a little bit. I know yesterday I had lots of sugar to eat, so today my joints are not happy. So I'm a little stiffer. All right, so you can either slide your chair forward or just, scoot it off to the side. And we're gonna start by shaking our feet, right? So just shaking your feet, saying hello, if it's morning for you, say hello, good morning, feet. Thanks for doing all you do for me. Yeah. And then you're gonna add your lower legs. Try to isolate as much as you can here, but we're all attached, so that's challenging. And then eventually start to add your whole leg, lower legs, thighs, and feet. This is where the coordination starts coming in. Then add your hips with your legs. Good. And then we're gonna add our hands, just our hands. How you doing? Play around with this, have fun. Then your lower arms and your hands and your legs and your everything else you're shaking. Good. And then you can add your upper arms and shoulders, because those are hard to isolate. Good. And then you can add your head. And then you can add your eyes. And just shake it all out. Yeah, shake, shake, shake. Wink and shake and move. All right. And then stop shaking your eyes, blinking your eyes, just shaking everything else. Then stop shaking your head. Good. Then stop shaking your shoulders. Now it's just your arms and your lower body. And then stop shaking your hands. Now it's just your body. Then stop shaking your hips. So now you're back to just legs. And then stop shaking your upper legs. Now it's just lower legs and feet. And now just your feet. And we're back to the beginning. How did that go? And now just go crazy, shake whatever you want to shake. Yeah. So that's just sort of getting in that mental isolation of the body, you know, the awareness of the body, along with just having some fun. Yeah. All right. How did it all go? Good. Okay. So coming into, let's just take our hands, our palms, and let's just rub our side body and our waist. Yeah, after all that shaking, it's just like, okay, calm down, body. Good. Notice if you're feeling any sensations, any tingling. Yes, because we're igniting the largest organ in our body, which is our skin. Yeah, all right. So come to a little bit of a stretch here. We're gonna start with our right arm, and you're gonna reach your right arm up as if you're grabbing onto a rope, right? And you're gonna grab that rope hanging from the ceiling and pull it down. I haven't done this in a little while, right? And so other side, reach up, grab on. There's a little tension here because we're grabbing onto this rope and pull it down. Like we want to pull yourself up the rope as you're pulling it down. Let's do the right again. Grab onto your rope and pull it down. And do the left. Grab onto your rope and pull it down. One more grab onto your rope and pull it down. One more round here. Last side. Reach up, maybe get a little higher and pull it down. More strength. Yes. And relax and roll it out. Good. All right. So standing in mountain pose, find your mountain pose. Boom. Right? Palms forward, tummy back, chin back, shoulders relaxing down. Good. Toes gently pressing into the floor. Good. On an inhale breath, we're going to bend our elbows. We're going to, again, interlace our hands behind our head. Good. All right. You're going to reach your elbows back. And then exhale, soften your knees and just drop your chin to your chest and bring your elbows forward. You're not yanking on your head. Your hands are just laying on your head. And then inhale, straighten the knees. Expand back out, lift the head, chin, and exhale, round it. Just a gentle little upper back forward fold. And again, inhale out, lift the chest, exhale forward. And then inhale, come back up, straight back up. And exhale, release the hands, bring your hands into fist. And again, as you circle your fist, maybe you do it the opposite direction that we did when we were sitting. And slowly just bring your arms down. So rolling our fist here helps engage the muscles in our whole arm. And takes a little bit of the pressure off the shoulders too. When you do that, I feel. Yeah, and shake it out. Good. All right. Back to mountain pose. Float the arms out into a T. Lift the fingers up. Good. Spread your fingers gently wide. And then rotate your fingers forward and rotate them back. And rotate them forward and back. So each time the fingers come forward, can you bring them down to the floor a little closer? And then back up, and each time they go back, can you reach them down towards the floor? Yeah, just give yourself a little bit of a challenge, but nothing that is uncomfortable. Yeah, Just a couple more at your own pace. Stretching the fingers wide. Arms are rotating. It's a nice little shoulder rotation. Yeah. And now the fingers are up. And as you exhale, just relax your hands, float your arms down. Roll it out. Coming into a gentle little twist here. So relax the body. Good. Just standing up nice and tall. On an inhale breath, we're going to reach the arms just forward halfway. Good. Palms are looking at each other. Good. Take a breath in. Soften the knees. As you exhale, bring your parallel arms over to the right. Again, gentle twist on the spine. We're going to turn the head and look over the right shoulder. And breathe. We're going to inhale, slowly bring the arms back forward. Exhale, let's take a break. Up and down. Good. A couple gentle shoulder rolls. And then on an inhale breath, bring the arms up again. Parallel. Take a breath in. Soften the knees. Exhale. Bring your parallel arms over to the left, to the other side. And turn your head and look over the left shoulder. And breathe. Tummy's tucking in. Yes. Two. One. And slowly come back forward. Good. And exhale. Release the arms down. Good. Ooh, roll it out. All right. So we're gonna maybe grab our chair if you're not, and you don't have your chair already there. We're gonna come into a little lunge and we're gonna stretch this front thigh here. So our thighs, keeping our thighs nice and stretched and strong will help us to keep us stable. So you can have your hands on your chair here. We're gonna just step the right foot back. So you can hold on to your chair. I'm just gonna slide it out here so you can see, right? And so you're on the ball of your foot. Yeah, and if that's uncomfortable for you, you can just be with one foot back. Yes, and planted both feet. Yeah, if you want to go a little further, you can come onto the ball of the foot. Make sure that your heel's not dropping in, that your heel's straight behind your toe. Good. All right, and you're holding onto your chair here. And just take a breath in and lift the heel a little higher. And exhale, melt the heel to the floor. There's a little bend in this front knee. Inhale up, exhale, melt that heel. And inhale up, and exhale. Relax that heel down now. And see if you're holding onto your chair, see if you can reach your left arm up, and maybe your right arm up. And on an inhale breath, feel the chest lift up. So the whole upper body is lifting up. Breath in as you exhale, relax your hips, relax the legs. Yes, sink a little deeper. Inhale, exhale, sink a little deeper. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to the chair. Good. Lean your body forward. On an inhale breath, bring that right foot back. Good. Give yourself a little shake. Good. And we're just going to do that other side now. Yes. So you can step the left foot back onto the ball of the foot. And again, if that's uncomfortable, you can have your heel on the floor, right? It's not as much of a stretch. That ends up being more of a stretch on your hamstring. So either one, if this one's comfortable, that's great, that's fine. Again, make sure that that heel's not dropping in, that it's straight behind. Good. And then you can either hold on to the chair or hold on to your hips, and on an inhale breath, lift that back heel up a little bit, and exhale, sink it down. And inhale, lift, and exhale, melt. And inhale, lift. Again, no discomfort here, just stretch. Exhale, melt. Good. And now if you can, reach that right arm up And maybe reach the left arm up. Good. Take a breath in, lift your heart, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, relax, just melt. 2 more breaths here. Breath in, to the balance pose, strengthening pose. Stretching pose as well. Good. And on your next exhale breath, feel free to float your hands back down onto your chair or onto your hips. Hinge forward a little bit. On an inhale breath, bring that foot back next to the other. Good. And shake it out. All right, so we're gonna so challenge our agility a little bit. Last week we did sort of those side lunges. We're gonna sort of do that, but take it just a little further today. So you may need your chair here. I'm just gonna come to the right side of your chair. Good. All right, so you have your chair to hold on to. Good. And feet are a little bit wider, about hip distance apart. Good. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna step out to the right and lift your left knee up. And relax. Good. And then we're gonna step to the left and lift the left knee up. So you have your chair here to hold on to. Good. And then we're gonna step to the right, lift the left knee up. Really elongate your upper body, get nice and tall. And then release. And over to the other side and lift up. And release. Now, if you want to challenge yourself just a little more, we're going to do a couple more of those. We want to do a total of about 8 to 10, right? You can let go of your chair if you'd like, yeah. Or you can start on your chair, and then once your knee is up, you can let go. So we'll just experiment here. You're going to step out to the right, lift that left knee up, and maybe you let go and balance like a stork on one hand. And you can always touch back on your chair. And release. Good. And then we're going to step to the other side and lift. And again, you can challenge yourself by letting go. And release. Good. All right, so you decide, we're going to do a few more rounds of that. You decide if you want to hold on to the chair, try starting out without holding on and see where it goes. Find a drishti gaze to stare at. And here we go, step to the right and lift everything up, your upper body, your leg. Pressing into those right toes and release. Step to the left and lift. Be mindful that your knee doesn't hit your chair. You might need to step back if you're not using it. And release. And step to the right and lift, fold. You can always touch that chair. Release. Step to the left, lift, hold. If you lift your tummy in and chest up, that really takes the load off that low body and it helps our balance. And relax. We're gonna do 2 more rounds here. Step out and lift and release. Step out and lift and release. Step out and lift. Release. Step out and lift. And release. Ha! Good job. Really great practice for our balance, for our strength, for our agility, for those times where we maybe turn to pick up a basket or just take a little, misstep. Our body will know how to catch itself. Yeah. All right, let's come to the same side of our chair here. We're gonna take your outside leg and bend the knee. Coming a little tiny bit wider apart. Hand on hip here. So there's no weight on this leg here. And we're just going to scoop the knee out to the side. And so we're rotating on the ball of our foot or our toe. And just turn the knee out to the side and bring it forward. Again, this is strengthening all those muscles that keep us up. And in, I'm gonna do 3 more. Out to the side, and in, out to the side. You each time, maybe you go a little bit further out, if you can. In and relax. And shake it out, shake out your feet. One more, a little bit challenging here. We're gonna do a little fire hydrant, right? Seeing all these people taking their dogs for walks, right? Good. So basically what we're gonna do is now the weight's on this inside leg again. Step the toe back, right? So we wanna look down and see if our thighs are in line with each other. Good. And then hand on hip. And we're simply gonna lift that back leg up and reach the upper leg out to the side and back, as if we're lifting our leg like dogs do. Right, out and back. This one's challenging. So if you want to just do one or two, or maybe you don't go out as far. Yes, so good for strengthening again. These hip flexors, our glutes. Let's do two more. How you doing? How much is that doggy in the window? We can sing that while we're doing it and relax. Woo, wiggle it out. All right, let's go do those little things on the other side here so you can have your chair to hold on to. Find your nice tall spine. Yes, let's bend that outside knee, whatever that one is for you. And again, you're very light on the toe or the ball of your foot here. You can have your hand on your hip. Good. And just gently rotate that knee out to the side and back. Again, if there's any pain here, you don't do this, right? You don't go as far, but we're just getting some lubrication, some synovial fluid to move around that hip joint. Keep it moving around and supple and strong. Do 3 more here. Back to center, take a little break, and we'll do our fire hydrants on this side. All right, so again, we're going to take that toe back and look down and see if your thighs are even with each other. Yeah, we don't want them forward or too far back, right? Just in line. Get a nice tall spine, lift the heart. Good, and if you can, lift that back leg up. And here we go, stay nice and tall, torso stays, we don't wanna move the body here, upper body stays straight, and just do a few fire hydrants here, pressing down into that standing foot, into those standing toes, yes, and lifting and lowering. Again, if you want more challenge here, you can put both hands on your hips. Find a drishti gaze to balance. That's challenging. 2 more. We've got it. We've got it. And release. That's really good for these glutes back there. Take it out. Ooh, I am working your lower body today. Yes. All right. Nice and strong. Wiggle up your booty a little bit. Yes. Shake out any of that tension that you built up in those glutes. Bring our legs a little bit wider apart, soften your knees, and just do some circles. Little circles to relax those hip joints, hips. Good. In one direction and then reverse. Go to the other direction. Yeah. And while we're here, let's just do our little side to side, make sure that you don't have anything that you can hit. So you can either step back or have a clearance here. And then inhale to one side. Keep your knees soft as you exhale to the other. Ah. 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 One more. Ah. And relax. Step back, back, back to mountain pose. Boom, there you are. Palms forward, shoulders back, chin back, belly tucked. Nice and strong, yes. And let's take a nice tall walk back to the front of our chair. Yeah. Standing in front of our chair here. Just slowly make your way down to seated, and we're going to do a seated chair. So start to send your hips back, press into your toes. You can grab the front of your chair here. Just try to float your hips down as gently as possible. Okay. Let's remain scooted at the front of our chair a little bit. Good. We're just going to come to seated chair pose. So let's bring our legs again together like we did for Baddha Konasana. Good. And we're going to inhale and reach your arms forward and maybe on an angle up. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press your legs together, tuck your tummy in, and start to reach forward. Keep your spine straight, hinge at your hips, and just come on an angle, reaching for the upper corners of the room. If that feels like too much, you can reach forward too. You can also have your hands on your chest here if that feels better. So any of those options. And you're hinged forward at your hips and you're squeezing your legs gently together. And breathe. So you can feel those inner thighs engage as you squeeze. Maybe even lift the gaze and look up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And breathe. Such a nice, safe version of chair pose. Also gets the heart rate going. Squeeze, breathe. 2. One more. And as you exhale, allow the arms to just flow down to your thighs. Good. Press down into your hands gently and bring the body straight back. Good. Heel toe feet back to hip distance apart. Good. And we're just going to come into a gentle little twist for our spine here. So let's just take a nice big breath in. I mean, I just love the fact that we can do the chair pose seated and it gets your heart rate going. Let's let the heart settle down here. Good. And then when you're ready, you're going to take your hand behind your left knee. And on an inhale breath, if you can hug your thigh into your belly. Good. Let's just do a couple rotations for our little feet, or you can do heels, rocks as well. Good. And then if it's available to you, taking your leg and just crossing it over. If that's not comfortable on your body, cross at your ankles. Either one, doesn't matter, whichever feels better for you. Good. Nice tall spine. Relax the arms down. On an inhale breath, float your arms up. Just nice and gentle. Take a breath in. Stretch up tall. Find that book above your head. Exhale, relax the shoulders. And then very gently pivot at your waist over to the right and relax your arms down. Good. So either left arm or hand on the outside of the right thigh, spine stays gently tall. Take a breath in and exhale, turn your gaze over the right shoulder. A little deeper twist for a nice neck stretch. Make sure you feel comfortable here, not overstretching, not overturning for your spine. On your next exhale breath, keep the body where it is, but slowly turn the head forward. And then slowly turn your head and look over the left shoulder. Take a breath or two here. And on your next exhale, relax the head and turn it back to the right, just gently. Breath in and exhale, relax the body. Slowly bring your body back forward. We're going to do a tiny little counter twist here and just slowly turn your body over to the left. Just a little counter stretch for that spine. And slowly come back forward. Good. And then you can help that leg up and off, uncross at your ankles or your legs. Good. We're going to just do that on the other side. So grab the back of your left knee now and just hug it in. Try to squeeze your thigh into your belly. Rotate the feet. You can always keep the toe on the floor and rock your heels side to side. And other side. Spine is nice and tall. Options on this side, same thing. Either cross your legs over, if that's comfortable for you, or cross at your ankles. You decide. Find your book above your head, tall spine. On an inhale breath, Reach your arms forward and up. Take a nice breath in, stretch up tall. Exhale, relax, even though your arms are up. Slowly pivot at your waist. Press into that right foot to pivot over to the left. And once you're done, then relax your arms down. Good. So that now right forearm or hand are on the outside of the left thigh. Spine is tall. Take a breath in. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder. Breathe. Try to breathe into that belly. Massage out your internal organs by breathing in, belly rise, out, belly relax back. You're pushing your belly into your thigh if your legs are crossed. On your next exhale breath, keep your body where it is. Just relax the body and slowly turn your head forward. And then slowly look over to the right. Nice stretch on that neck. We hold a lot of tension in our jaw, our neck, and our shoulders. As if that serves us at all, ever. And then relax, turn your head forward, keep the head forward, and cross your arms. And then very gently just do a gentle little counter turn to the right with the body. Then even out the spine. And come back forward. Good. And uncross the leg. Nice, nice, nice. All right, I think it's time so you can just tell your thighs, thank you for working for me today. All right, let's get ready for Shavasana. Let's set ourselves up for Shavasana. So you can either sit back in your chair. You know the drill at this point. Get nice and comfortable, or lay down on the floor, cover yourself up. Good. You're seated here. Legs are just comfortably hip distance apart. Palms are up. Good. And we can again touch the pointer finger and thumb, whether you're laying down or sitting up. And we're going to take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, float the eyes closed. And make any final little adjustments to make yourself nice and comfortable. Make sure that your back feels rested so you can relax, but keep still a gentle, tall spine. Good. All right, and take another breath in. And let it go. Begin to relax the body now. Relaxing from head to toe. The top of your head soften and relax. Your ears, shoulders, arms, your back, hips, legs, thighs, hamstrings, glutes, forelegs, feet, fingers and toes, relax. Take a gentle breath in. Let it go. Releasing any tension the body still may be holding. Let go. Allow your thoughts to come and go. Nothing to do now, nothing to be. Just relax. Relax. Feel free to remain here if you'd like, as long as you'd like. And should you choose to come back now in this space, in this time, bring a gentle smile to your face. And take a gentle breath in and out. And ever so gently and slowly, begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And you may start to move the body side to side if you'd like. Slowly coming back now into the space. And bringing yourself back to center. Take a little bit deeper breath in all the way. And let it go. Release any last bits of tension. And gently float your palms together, hands in prayer position. Rest your hands onto your heart. Again, take a nice big breath in and feel your heart rise. And as you exhale, relax and bow your forehead to your fingers. We'll close practice today with this. To achieve greatness, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. And when you're feeling ready and complete at your own pace, you may begin to flutter the eyes open, let the light in slowly. And slowly lift the head. And I thank you all for coming and starting where you are and using what you have and doing what you could. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.